Hello, and thank you for joining us on this brief webinar that gives you more information about BEVA's innovation certifications. My name is Shona Welch, and I am a senior consultant with BEVA Innovation Institute and also the BEVA Learning Institute, both part of the overall BEVA Global Management family of companies. I am a lifelong entrepreneur, so innovation has been very much a feature of my career. I am a certified chief innovation officer, and that makes me the lead instructor for BEVA's innovation certification courses. So I'm going to take about 20 minutes and just give you a little bit of background on each of the certifications that we offer that are actually preparation courses to be able to write exams to earn each of these certifications. So a little bit of background information first. BEVA is an authorized training provider of the Global Innovation Institute's courses, GInI for short. And GInI is the world's leading professional certification, accreditation, and membership association in the field of innovation. We are very excited to tell you that BEVA is one of only two authorized training providers for the Global Innovation Institute in Canada. One is in Calgary, and we are the first in Eastern Canada here in Ontario. So we're pretty excited to launch these certifications. I'm going to spend some time talking about each one of the certifications in more detail, but I'll list them here. First of all, our first course I'll talk about is a Certified Innovation Strategist, CINS, and our next prep course begins November 9th, 2020. If you're listening to this recording and it's not 2020 anymore, or certainly later in November, December, no problem. You can still contact us as we're running courses all the time. The next certification I'll talk to you about is the Certified Innovation Professional, CINP. The Certified Design Thinking Professional, CDTP, and I'll also talk to you in more detail about the Certified Chief Innovation Officer, CCINO. Now, there is one more certification that I'll only touch on briefly here on this slide, and that's the fact that BEVA is also an authorized innovation assessor for GInI, the Global Innovation Institute. This is something you could think about in the future when you feel like you've reached a maturity level with innovation in your organization, and you may find this certification is a really great way to show your markets and your stakeholders and possible potential partners that you really have mastery in your organization and across your culture on innovation. But I'm going to leave that one aside for now and talk about those four certifications that I already listed. So as I mentioned, the first one is a Certified Innovation Strategist. And as I mentioned, again, our online prep course begins November 9th. And so I'll just give you a brief overview of this course. The Certified Innovation Strategist course is GInI's recognition of business leaders who have demonstrated an advanced understanding of a lot of the key topics related to innovation strategy, to business model innovation, to customer experience innovation, and finally, for opportunity promotion within your organization. The CINS certification is intended for senior business professionals who currently serve as, or you're planning on serving as, one of the innovation strategists in your organization. Now, this is a great certification if you already have some innovation background. And if you've got less than 4 years work experience, just in general or in the innovation field, we highly recommend that you start with the Certified Innovation Professional, which I'll talk about next. So what does the Certified Innovation Strategist Prep course actually prepare you to do? Well, this is a 24-hour course that we hold virtually in 8 sessions of about 3 hours each. And some of the key topics that we cover for the strategist is, how do you build long-term resilience in your organization, and why does innovation help you do that? Secondly, we'll talk about quite a few different categories of innovation pathways and also the numerous vehicles you can use to get your innovations to market. We'll also talk about how do you help your organization strategize and develop innovation portfolios, and then also what kind of mix of portfolios do you want and do you need? Now, when I'm talking about an innovation portfolio, it's really all about the pipeline of ideas and projects you're developing within your organization. And some of them may be ones you're working on that will be able to go to market in 6 months. So a short-term focus, some medium term, some long term. And the idea behind a portfolio is you have elements of all three of those things. We'll take a deep dive into something that at GInI and BEVA we call need finding, which is basically you going out and discovering through market research and user data and all different kinds of strategies on unmet needs in your current markets and potential markets. So that's really what need finding involves, and we'll take a deep dive into that. We'll also cover what are breakthrough innovations you may be looking for in products, services, and customer service experience. What are the nature of breakthrough innovations and how might they be different from something that are more evolutionary innovations? Why do you want breakthrough innovations for your company? And then one of the really important things I think about the CINS course is not only do we take a little bit deeper dive into how to do a successful business plan for a new project idea, new innovative idea, but you know and I know that you can have the best idea in the world, but if you can't communicate that well, it doesn't matter. So the first side of that coin is business planning and creating a great business plan that's defensible and that your leadership will go for. And then the other side of that is being able to present it well. So we'll go into how to do really great business plan pitching. Just sort of in a nutshell, in terms of the certified innovation strategist, one of the things you can count on when you're through with this course is you will have become a way more strategic, innovative thinker. You're going to develop the ability to see innovation as a strategic tool that's going to advance relevance, growth, and resilience, as I mentioned, in your organization. You're also going to develop the ability to guide your organization strategically through all of those processes. You're going to become a leading advocate for customer values and experiences. You will deepen your focus on market pull and on solving real market challenges around customer values and experiences. You will learn how to effectively discern market needs, as I mentioned in need finding, and define what's next. And that includes effective methods and tools that really back that up. And finally, you will learn how to become a champion of your organization's own focus on innovation and how you deliver that innovation and ensure it maximizes overall impact on both your markets and your business. So the all important question that people have on their minds is how much does this program cost? And I'll get to that in a second, but I do want to say there are lots of value adds to this price for each of the courses. And I'm going to go through that on one of our near to the end slides, and you'll see all the value adds you get along with just the course. Our price is $2,500 plus HST or GST, depending on where you are situated in Canada. If you are situated outside of Canada, you probably don't have to pay HST or GST at all. However, because we are really interested in having a larger group for our next Certified Innovation Strategist program, we would like to offer you a discount. So if you register before November 6th, we'd like to offer you this course for $2,200 plus HST GST if you're in Canada. And it says here November 4th. I'm just going to extend that deadline and say November 6th. And again, if you're watching this recording and it's way past November, please just contact us, and I've got all of our contact information on our final slide. So that's an overall summary of the Certified Innovation Strategist prep course. Let's move on to the Certified Innovation Professional course. This is intended for frontline professionals and mid-managers that don't really have a lot of experience working directly in innovation, or conversely, maybe you've already got a lot of experience working in innovation, but you would like to prove that you have demonstrated knowledge and mastery and really great career boost for you. This is a longer course than the CINS. It's a 32-hour course which is held over 11 sessions of 3 hours each, with the last session being only 2 hours. And it's basically starting with the fundamentals of innovation, just all the basic descriptors and concepts that will help lay a good foundation as we move into things like how do you do imagination, creativity, ideation, and brainstorming around innovation ideas. How do you drive innovation projects inside a business? And so we'll talk about how do you form those teams and things like that. We will take a deep dive into how do you use research and market insights to inform your ideas, to hypothesize, to test, to prototype, all those sorts of things. And how we do that is by using design thinking methodologies. So you'll get a clear understanding and overview of the available design thinking methodologies that are part of this program. We will also talk about what is the innovation management process if you're going to launch that in your organization. And finally, we will talk about what is the role of an innovation program or a project leader. So an innovation program will be a collection of innovation projects, or you may be a project leader that's, leading a singular innovation project. The CINP is GINI's recognition of, as I said, people who demonstrated mastery in these topics, but it's so much more than that. It will help you become the driving force for new levels of market connection for your organization. When you learn how to do that, you will also become recognized as a driving force for connecting your business and its markets at increasingly higher levels. You will learn to see the world with new eyes. You will come to understand how innovation actually requires you stepping back and looking at your organization's challenges through a new set of lenses. You will also become a catalyst for what's next, because you're going to develop as a CINP a deep appetite for finding new and better ways to deliver customer value and experiences. Now, as I mentioned, this is a 32-hour course, and the cost for this course is $3,200, and again, plus HST, GST, depending on where you are in Canada. Obviously, it's a longer course, and again, I'll talk about all the value adds to this course on the last slide. Okay, so moving on to our third certification. This is the Certified Design Thinking Professional. And I think this is really cool because it's got all the concepts of design thinking and human-centered design in it. It's intended for frontline professionals and mid-managers who do have several years of experience working directly in innovation, and it does give you a broader view of design thinking principles. But also, again, like with the CINP, anyone who wants to demonstrate that you do, in fact, have a deep understanding of human-centered design philosophy and all the processes around it. Like the CINS, this course is also 24 hours, held virtually over 8 sessions of 3 hours each, and the core topics include, as I've mentioned, the human-centered design philosophy. From beginning to end, you will understand what that looks like and how it gets translated into the design thinking process. This is how you observe and you come up with a hypothesis and you prototype it, test it, etc., so that by the time it's ready to go to market, you feel like you've got a pretty good bet, or conversely, it's a great idea, but it's not necessarily viable. So we'll go take a deep dive into design thinking process methods like observation methods, questioning methods, experimental methods, and study methods. And the really cool thing I love about this course, they're all hands-on, they're all interactive, but you get some real direct hands-on practice with some select design methods. So a little bit more about the CDTP. You will become a part of a rather exclusive world of design thinking professionals, and how powerful and impactful those approaches are to innovation for sure, but to a lot of different things your organization can do as well. You will become a powerful voice for customer empathy, because that is what the entire human-centered design philosophy is all about. So you will learn how to leverage insights you gain to deliver greater value, and that effectively solves some tension points that your customers may be experiencing. You'll learn how to get to the real problem behind the problem. And that's where you get into testing hypotheses around opportunities and issues that you've identified. And you will learn to use that as a method for consistently de-risking, lowering the risk, mitigating the risk of your organization's innovation endeavors. And finally, yeah, you're going to become a driving force for delivering a winning brand experience. Because once you understand through the design thinking process how to reframe problems, you're going to be able to develop a concise point of view regarding how to best position new solutions and brand experiences for your organization. This is another 24-hour course, as I mentioned, and therefore it is $2,500 plus HST, GST, depending on where you are in the country. And again, if you are outside of Canada, you probably don't have to pay this at all. And again, I'll talk about the value add for this price as well. The final certification I'd like to share with you today is the Certified Chief Innovation Officer. This is my certification, and this is intended for executive level business leaders who serve as currently or will be serving as the Chief Innovation Officer within your organization. Now, your title may well be Chief Operations Officer or some other C-suite executive, and innovation is rolled into your role, and that's fine too. You don't have to have the title Chief Innovation Officer, but just to be clear, it is definitely intended for seasoned business executives with at least 7 years experience working in innovation. So similar to me, you had to have spent a lot of time in your career around being an entrepreneur, being involved in innovation, and that will really set you up well to master the concepts in this course. So this is, again, a 24-hour course, hold virtually over 8 sessions of 3 hours each. And here's what we'll cover in this program. We will go into all the core elements of leading an enterprise-wide innovation program, innovation teams, the whole process. We'll talk about how you position strategic innovation in your organization. And then, of course, how do you actually lead innovation strategy? And that's some of the pathways and vehicles that you learned about in other certifications I talked about, but also how do you build the portfolios and how do you identify the portfolios you want? We'll talk about a concept called a responsive growth strategy, and this is all about how you position your innovation projects and efforts in different time horizons, short-term, medium-term, long-term. And we'll go into quite a bit of detail on GInI's enterprise innovation architecture. This, in other words, this is how you set it up in your organization. And there are 6 key elements of the GInI enterprise innovation architecture, and we'll take a deep dive into those. We'll just talk generally about how do you act as the sponsor and the leader of management and workplace innovation, and taking your whole enterprise to the next level in terms of developing and leading innovation maturity. So the Certified Chief Innovation Officer, CCINO certification, is really a demonstration that you have advanced understanding of key topics related to enterprise innovation, strategies, and all the things that I talked about. You will definitely become or be recognized, or both, as your organization's chief strategic innovative thinker. You're going to develop the ability to see innovation as a strategic tool for, again, advancing the relevance, growth, and resilience of your organization. And also, you will further develop the ability to guide your organization strategically in defining and pursuing whatever route you want to take for innovation that works best for you. You will become a driving force for ever improving innovation capabilities across your enterprise. You're going to understand how each of the different organizational levels of your organization and your innovation architecture brings with it certain capabilities. And how does your role differ in each of those areas? You'll learn methods for constantly advancing innovation capabilities so that over time, you will absolutely be able to lead in your market. You will definitely become a force for engagement and change in your organization, because innovation is a lot about change leadership as well. And you'll learn how to engage your organization to reap the many paybacks. So a lot of this is about culture change as well. You can't keep doing the same thing you've always done and be an innovative organization. And then of course, you will become the champion of your organization's innovation engine. You're going to understand how many pieces, how the many pieces of the innovation ecosystem do in fact work together to develop greatest impact for your business, and a lot of tools and methods that surround that as well. So again, 24-hour course is $2,500 plus HST, GST, and that is our final certification. So let me talk to you a little bit about the value adds you get in each one of our certifications. Every course I have described to you today includes the following. You will get virtual training with a certified instructor. So you will get in-depth knowledge from someone who's been through this process and has worked in innovation through the course of their career for many years. You'll get extensive workshop materials that cover exercises and added materials. You will also receive the GInI Applied Innovation Master Book, which is a requirement. This is an 850-page book that you will be responsible for knowing quite well in order to be able to write and pass the certification exam. I spent months poring over this book, and it is probably one of the greatest resources I've ever seen on innovation in the course of my 30-year career. You also have access to one practice exam for the course fee that you pay. And this practice exam was so invaluable to me to get a sense of what I could expect in the final certification exam. Now, we do have other practice exams available and for a small fee, but you do for sure get the one practice exam in the fee that you will pay for your prep course. Now, I do want to talk for a minute about what's not included in the fees, the $2,500 for the the 24, oh, let's start again, $2,500 for the 24-hour courses and the $3,200 for the 32-hour course. For all of those, what's not included is any extra optional one-on-one and group coaching that you might want to prepare for your exam. So the fees vary for that, but we are thrilled to set that up for you if you feel the need for extra coaching to help you get through the exam. So a little note on the certification exams, they cannot be done through BEVA. They must be done directly through the GInI testing site. And you must register and pay in US dollars on that site for all the exams, and you make the payment directly to GInI. And incidentally, all the fees I quoted you for the courses up to now, they are in Canadian dollars. So if you happen to be in the US listening to this, yes, indeed, you do get a discount due to that lovely exchange rate. Now, as I mentioned, the cost for certification exams do vary depending on the exam, and we're happy to give you that price list. And I would recommend you just go look around the GInI website, GInI.org, GINI.org, and you'll be able to see what's available for members. Now, the exam fees are lower cost if you're a member, and of course, a little bit more if you're not. And I would suggest to you it's worth becoming a member because you get access to a lot of extra resources, chat rooms, and the global GInI community, which is really great, and lots of great discussions around the world. And just a reminder, if you want to register for our upcoming CINS, Certified Innovation Strategist Prep course, it begins on November 9th. If you register by November 6th, we will cut the price by $300. Here's the registration website right here on the screen. But if you just generally want more information about some of our courses or want to talk to me or another instructor, then please feel free to email us at the two emails on the bottom, and then our website is there in the middle. You can just go to bevaglobal.com, and then you can cruise around our website and find the Innovation Institute. It's on the landing page, or this is the direct address. I want to thank you for taking some time out today to understand our certifications, and we look forward to seeing you in an upcoming course.